So I had this amazing dream the other day. I was running around Koth Harvest in the middle of a TF2 match just bashing people's heads with a bat, and I felt like I was invincible. From one enemy to the next, I'd sweep their legs, jump down from buildings. God, it was amazing. And then there was this heavy, and instead of fighting, we just started laughing our asses off. I couldn't tell you why, but we were both just so damn happy. Like me and this stranger were the best friends in the world, and we could just sit here and laugh like idiots forever. And later that day, I loaded up Team Fortress 2 for real, and felt that same stupid, careless happiness all over again. Every time I remember that Team Fortress 2 came out in 2007, it is a complete sensory nut punch. Cause it will never in 100 years make sense to me how this game has remained utterly and completely timeless between 16 years of rapidly evolving internet culture. I mean, look up TF2 memes on Google and it brings up an archaeological goldmine of generations worth of extremely dated internet humor. It just proves that while the world has changed, somehow, TF2 hasn't. And when I boot it up today, I don't feel like I'm blowing the dust off an ancient Sumerian Rubik's Cube. I feel like I'm playing a game that's not just on par with its competition, but a mechanical, visual, and all-around upgrade. Hell, in 20 years of online shooters, show me another game where it's this fun to play as a healer. Add on to that the fact that basic mechanics like air blasting, rocket jumping, shield charging, sentry wrangling, and getting hit by explosives all have so many subtle little tricks that any player's ability to keep improving at TF2 is virtually limitless. And that's no less of an achievement from a game where it's a viable strategy to throw piss at people. The fact is that, no matter what anybody has to say about it, Team Fortress 2 is a really fun game. It's fun to run at a group of people with a flamethrower and a death wish. It's fun to click on a head and hear that little... And you just try and tell me that a ragdoll like this doesn't get a couple drops of dopamine into your system. The fact that TF2 is just an honest to Saxton good time isn't just a benefit on its own terms either, because the game's unyielding insistence on being a roller coaster through awesome land has led to a community that's as chill as a freezer-burnt Gogurt. While other games fight a constant feudal war against toxicity, smurfing, hate speech, game throwing, and being associated with ninja, TF2 players will be over here making telepathic agreements to all switch to heavy and spend the whole round using nothing but melee weapons. What other games have you played with a community who will actively and on a frequent basis jeopardize their own odds of winning for the sake of fun? Hell, if we're talking about Team Fortress 2 having one of the strongest communities across the entire internet, look no further than everything that's happened in the last half-decade. First, we just got radio silence from Valve. And that sucked, not knowing whether we'd be getting any new content for 3 years, but it's not like the game was actively collapsing or anything. Well, that was the better half of this sewage water sandwich. Honest to God, the fact that the bot crisis is even a thing that happened deserves to be a permanent scar on Valve's reputation for, like, ever. Playing Team Fortress 2 from 2020 to 22 is like going to a movie, except every time you get there the theater's on fire, and on the rare occasion it gets put out, everybody goes insane from a gas leak. But you know who stepped the hell up and fought back against the bots with every last weapon, cooking implement, and positive disposition they could muster? The community. The artists and YouTubers and workshop creators and each and every member of the Team Fortress 2 player base kept their heads up during this absolute piss take, kept on loving this treasure of a game no matter how hard it was to play, and gave Team Fortress 2 life over a 2-year shitshow the likes of which would have Overwatch 2 dead in a half hour. And today, even without any real Valve intervention, the bot thing's going a lot better. So when I saw that Team Fortress 2 was gonna get a major update this summer, I was so happy that you could have made out my dumbass smile from the other end of 2-4. And then when they rephrased the update to promise nothing more than a glorified cosmetic drop, well, I've rewritten this part of the script about 12 times to try and express my feelings about that, but I think it'd be better if I told you a story. I was getting footage of some bots the other day and this guy came up to me. I thought he was gonna kill me, but instead, he just got next to me and started shooting this random panel on the wall. I figured he was just dicking around, so I humored him for a second, but he kept going at it. He was shooting that wall over and over again, and whatever hesitancy I had in me just crumbled as we started wailing away on this dumbass circuit board together. And when he ran out of ammo, he just got out his ham and kept on going at it. We just kept beating on that wall for a minute straight, like two best friends, who could just sit here and act like idiots forever. For a little while, I had another dream, where Valve would deliver us that update that made all the waiting worthwhile, with competitive support and weapon balances and an apology to the community that always kept their faith no matter what. But sometimes remembering a dream means recognizing that it was kinda stupid and didn't really make any sense. Maybe Valve didn't lie about the update. maybe it's going to be the best thing that's ever happened in 16 years of Team Fortress 2. Or maybe not. And at this point, I'd be happy either way. I'd rather live the dreams that I have right in front of me.